What's going on, everybody out there? It's Ron Brown, LMT, the People's Fitness Professional. You already know my whole spiel, all the stuff that I say in the intro. I just want to get straight down to business. We got our brother, Minister Eric Muhammad, in the building this evening. Peace to you, brother. Before we go into today's topic, I have to run this commercial and explain a few things. Let's go straight to it.
Peace family. Welcome to NYP Talk Show. This is more than a podcast. It's a conscious platform rooted in truth and culture. From the 5% Nation, Nation of Islam, Moorish movement, and Masonry. Our mission is to reclaim our narrative and uplift the African diaspora with real stories and real conversations. Support us through super chats during live shows, donations on Cash App, GoFundMe, Patreon, or Buzzsprout, and by repping our official merch, available on our website and right here on YouTube's merch shelf. Every dollar, every super chat, every hoodie builds the movement. This is NYP Talk Show.
All right, we're back. So let me explain a few things before we go into it. Just to let you know, we are selling merch online right now. We're trying to continuously build this platform into something bigger, grow it. We have a studio we can rent, and we just want to rent that studio so we can bring you guys live podcast. I bought my own merch. You see it? It's on my head right now. NYP Talk Show just came in, so I'm wearing it right now. Check it out. You can purchase it on the page there. Now, let's get straight into it. Thank you for coming out this evening, Minister Eric Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Alaikum salam, sir.
All right. So let's get straight into it. I want to talk about Supreme Wisdom's student enrollment. I want to go from 1 all the way down, right? And or 1 all the way up, however you want to say it, right? In my mind, it works down like this. So we're talking about Supreme Wisdom, the student enrollment. Let's talk about, why is it called student enrollment?
Excellent question. Because the black man in the hells of North America needs to be re-educated and retrained. Re-educated requires that we enroll in a course of study as students of the Supreme Wisdom that is going to be the curriculum. And so we have student enrollment, but it is also called rules of Islam. So when one is reciting to get one's X, we start out by saying student enrollment, rules of Islam. The following questions must be answered 100% before submittance of student to said lesson number 1. Then we recite the student enrollment questions and answers. That's the most proper way that's the way I've always done it.
Okay, just for my own self, can you repeat that again?
Yes, you don't start reciting to get your X by saying, who is the original man? The original man is that. Whoa. Student enrollment, rules of Islam. The following questions must be answered 100% before submittance of student to said lesson number 1. Then you go into who is the original man and all the other questions and answers. Okay. And again, we are enrolling in a course of study. The name of the course is the Supreme Wisdom. Now, when you are going to school, you have to enroll, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're enrolling. And what we are enrolling in is the University of Islam. Those of us who think the University of Islam is only some educational attachment to Muhammad's mosque or Muhammad's temple, I'm sorry. The entire universe is the universe of Islam. And so you are enrolling in a course of study of the Supreme Wisdom of the University of Islam. And that's why you wear the greatest and only universe flag of Islam. That's what you are studying, the universe, because you are being educated, taught, and trained to master it, to become the master of it.
Oh wow. Oh, we got the legendary Sonetta in the building. Peace to brother Sonetta. Yeah, we yeah.
What's the goat? No, listen, what's the goat doing in here?
What's the goat doing in here? What's up, sir? Mr. Eric, hold on. Minister Eric Muhammad is the real deal. Of course. I know that. Now, I want you to explain that one more time, brother. I know I'm having you repeat yourself.
No problem.
But this is key right here.
Right.
Studying the universe.
Exactly.
Okay.
Master Farad Muhammad did not come here to make us a nation of Muslims. That's a title we wear. No problem. But he didn't come here to make us a nation of Muslims. He came to make us a nation of gods. Now, when you look at the student enrollment and it tells you that the original man is the Asiatic black man, tells you what he is, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth. And then it says, God of the universe. How are you God of the universe if you are not educated in the secrets of the universe, in the wisdom of the universe, which is supreme? He didn't teach us the wisdom of prophets. He taught us the wisdom of gods. And so you're enrolled in a course of study that is the supreme wisdom that governs the heavens and the earth.
Got you. Check. Okay. So taking it back to that question and answer, the first one, who's the original man? So the original man meaning what? Because from what I'm hearing and what I've heard over the years, there's so many things that I've heard, and the original man, we're not actually the original man because we are not who we were in the beginning. So I've heard that before. So what do you say to that?
We are not what we were in the beginning. We still are who we were in the beginning. And the purpose of us being given a thorough knowledge of ourselves is to take the who that we still are and restore us to the what we once were again.
Okay. So that's real simple and plain. So now, who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man. So now, can you explain Asiatic? Because from what I've heard over the years and different ciphers and things like that, Asia is the body, and the Attic is the mind, and different things that I've learned throughout the years. So Asiatic meaning what? Did the messenger actually teach what Asiatic was or is?
Asia is the name that has served as the name of the planet Earth for the past many trillions of years. It was once called Moon, but it is now called Asia. The whole planet Earth has had the name Asia for trillions of years. And so when we say Asiatic, we're not saying that we are of this continent versus the continent of Africa, this continent versus the continent of Europe, this continent versus the continent of North America or South America. We are saying we are this planet versus the planet Jupiter or Venus or Mars. Asiatic means the whole planet Earth, the black man of the earth. How do you say the black man of the earth in another way, using other words? Asiatic black man. The whole earth is Asian.
Right. Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner. Right. So what does that mean exactly? So would you say you can't possibly be God, right? if you're not a maker or the owner, right?
Right.
If you're not a maker and an owner, what is a maker and an owner? We could play around with that and come up with all kinds of theories. But what did the messenger say exactly?
In the born degree for my 5% brothers and sisters, in the born degree of the 1 to 14, it says planets are something grown or made from the beginning.
Right.
Well, we, the black man, are the grower. We, the black man, are the maker. Anyone who believes that we are not the maker and therefore owners of the planet Earth, I defy them to show me a time when the Earth existed and the black man didn't. If I tell you the Earth comes from the black man, and you say, "Oh, that makes no sense. That's ridiculous." Okay, and where does it come from? You can't answer that question. You think the sun farted and the Earth came into existence? The sun ate some cabbage and some navy beans and farted, and then out came the Earth. The Big Bang Theory. That's silly as hell. The Earth comes from the black man. And the proof that the Earth comes from the black man is you can't point to a time when the Earth did exist and the black man didn't exist. And the Earth is perfectly tailor-made for the black man. If your head size is 7.5, and you have a hat that's size 7.5, did your head come from the hat? The hat came from your head. That's why the hat fits your head so perfectly.
Right.
The Earth comes from the black man, and that's why it fits the black man so perfectly. The water is tailor-made for the black man. You drink it, it does the exact thing that it's supposed to do. The vegetation of the earth, you eat it, it does the exact thing for your body that it is supposed to do. Why? Because you made it.
Okay. The maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth. Let's go into cream of the planet Earth. What would the cream of the planet Earth be? What would that mean exactly? I know we went over this podcast.
It's okay. It's okay.
Back. Yeah.
Again, it's Sunday, so this is for the lost family.
Right. Exactly.
We're doing our duty of teaching civilization to the uncivilized.
Right.
Let me say something else about the black man being the maker. We made the sun. How do you know? We have eyes. You think the sun made eyes? No. If the sun serves the purpose of giving us light to see with, then we must have made it. We made the sun to serve our eyes. We have eyes, and the sun is specifically there to serve our eyes, to warm our bodies, to grow our food. I mean, it's obvious who the maker is. It's us. Now, going to your question, the cream of the planet Earth, I'll just take a little page from Minister Kevin, who had me jumping over my desk as I was watching the podcast. What is a fruit? A fruit is the best.
Right.
That's what cream is. Cream is the best part of the milk. You shake up the milk, you can shake the cream down to the bottom, but sit it still and let nature take its course, and the cream will rise right to the top.
Right.
The only reason the black man is at the bottom rail of civilization is because the white man has been successful in agitation. He's got the black man in a state of agitation. We're not in a state of peace. He's got us in agitation. And in that agitation, we've been shaken to the bottom. Mm-hmm. But restore peace. The dominant idea in Islam is the making of peace. So when you restore peace, sit us still for a minute. Slow the black man down. Put them Black and Miles down. Put them blunts down. Put them joints down. Put that alcohol down. Get out the strip club. Stop wasting your money on foolishness, sport, play, ignorance, and superstition and sin. Sit still for a moment. Relax. Slow your roll. Pump the brakes. And what you will find is we will naturally just rise to the top. What is a fruit? A fruit is the best. He's constantly training and conditioning himself to meet and overcome all obstacles in his path. His sole purpose is to deliver the dead to the Lamb of God, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We are the best.
All right. So now, thank you, Joetta, for the $2. I really appreciate you. And for the brother in the chat trolling, just as long as you watch, I don't care. Watch and listen. Listen. Learn some stuff for the trollers in the chat. So now, we spoke about the cream of the planet Earth, right? God of the universe. So when the answer is God of the universe, are we talking about just your universe in particular, meaning like let's say metaphorically speaking, right? What's going on in this chat? Brother Sanetta is just people. Come on, you've been in the business, man. You know how this goes, man. People like to troll, people like to, that's just what it is. I don't even pay no mind to it no more.
Minister Kevin got folk in their feelings.
I think that was before the podcast before, right?
Kevin got them in their feelings.
Right.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Because I'm hot-tempered and raw-mouthed, there are certain people who mistakenly think that they can press my buttons. I'll ignore the hell out of you if I choose to. Mm-hmm. The only reason I snap on people sometimes when I snap on people is because I have way more important things that keep me in a state of being pissed off than some silly Negro making some silly comments. Mm-hmm. And I would further say, I have no idea who the hell you are, and I have no idea what the hell you're saying, because the comments, I'm looking at the comment part. All I got to do is put my mouse on the comments and I can see what you're saying. I deliberately don't have that. So I can't even see what you're saying. So you can't piss me off. I don't know what the hell you're saying and don't give a damn.
Right. Exactly. That's why I said I'm not even paying it. Y'all, just as long as you keep watching, I don't even care. So yeah, it's just trolls. But let's go get back to the point. Let's get back to the point. So now we're talking about God of the universe. We're not talking about God of the universe meaning your own family or your own group of people. We are talking about the actual universe, correct?
Literally. And that's why, again, the supreme wisdom, who brings rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. And it tells you that it's us, the black man. Then the next question, why doesn't the devil teach that? Well, he wants to keep us from knowing that so he can rob us and live in luxury.
Right.
You know what I mean? The white man wants to keep us, as Minister Kevin said, in spookism. He doesn't want us to know the reality of God, because to know the reality of God is to know self. Mm-hmm. And then we'll be like the donkey that Baal was riding. Once we realize what we're carrying on our back, we throw him off.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Peace, God, divine, God, Allah. I was going to. I was trying to, but somebody made mention of it, and that's what I'm going to do for now on moving forward. Now, to go into, so now, if you had to pick a book, so you gave me, I believe, several books that the messenger basically has or had the Nation of Islam study. Now, the first degree in a 1 to 10 or the student enrollment, which book better goes with that first degree?
I don't know if I could pick a book that goes better with that first degree, but I would say that your most basic book is Message to the Black Man in America. That's the most basic one. I mean, if you get that one, it's going to really take you not only into question number one, but it's really going to go into question number one. It really, as soon as you open it, Allah is God. Who is that mystery God? Part one. Allah is God. Who is that mystery God? Part two. You know what I mean? The coming of the Son of Man and the gathering together of his people. Is God a spirit or a man? It's going right into it. Chapter 1 is going right into that question. So I would say Message to the Black Man, but that's not to take anything away from any of the other books.
Okay. That's peace. Now I'm gonna just address this one more time because Sarnetta is talking. Now I'm getting calls and texts about brothers being agents. Okay, brother Sarnetta, right? Now, Sarnetta, if you're still watching, I want you to answer this question in the chat. Matter of fact, you don't even got to answer the question. I'll just put it out there because this is actual facts that happened. Sarnetta, we met before. We built in the physical in your car in regards to one of our brothers, and you know his name. You know me. We met each other physically. You know who I was building with you about. So all that, I got a history, brothers, out here. I have a history with the new Black Panther Party and different people and things like that. So all of this crazy stuff y'all be talking about, y'all can keep trying to keep going. It's nothing. It's not even worth mentioning, but I'm doing it only anyway because brother Sarnetta made mention of it. Anyway, let's go into the second degree. Who is the colored man?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what was the purpose of calling the European or Caucasian white man colored?
The white man had us identifying as a colored people. And so identifying who the actual people are who fit the description of being colored was very important. The white man, to color, I will say this. This is how I used to teach it when I was a young FOI. To color means to alter or to change. That which original or is original is not colored. It has not been altered. It has not been changed. It's original. Well, the particular man who has been altered, the particular man who has been changed, the particular man who is not a natural man, but is a grafted man from the original man, that's the white man. And so the white man is the colored man. We're not colored. Black is not a color. We speak of it functionally as a color, but black is not a color. It's the essence of all colors. The colored man is the Caucasian white man, or Yaqub's grafted devils, the skunk of the planet Earth. He's the one different.
Okay. Caucasian white man, Yaqub's grafted devils, skunk of the planet Earth.
Think about it. Mm-hmm. The way we were taught, when we considered ourselves colored, we considered the white man to be the man, the standard man. That's the way a man should look. But then you have us. We're so much darker than them. How come we're not white like them? Because we're colored. No, we're not colored black. They are colored white. Not in the sense that a crayon or something or paint has made them white, but grafting has produced that white color. We are not black because the sun baked us black. We are not black because of any atmospheric or any environmental effect, for lack of a better term. We are black because we're black. we come this way. We're not made this way. We were not colored this way. We were not grafted this way. We didn't come one way and then end up black. We wouldn't be something other than black if it wasn't for the sun shining on us, or if it wasn't for some other environmental or atmospheric effect taking place on us. No, we would be black regardless. And that's why our black color, as the messenger teaches us, does not change under any environmental conditions.
Okay, we got is that brother Taharka Bay in the building? What's going on tonight? What's going on tonight?
Minister Kevin dragged everybody out tonight. Thanks, brother minister.
What's going on, Taharka? How you doing, brother? What is that? Moorish World TV. Yes. Moorish World TV in the building. Okay, so now as far as that second degree in a student enrollment, what does that what book coincides with that second degree?
I would say once again, Message to the Black Man. There's an entire chapter called Devil. And it really, really goes into this white man.
Okay, let me write all this down here. Okay, so the first degree goes into what chapter again?
The first degree, the very first chapter of Message to the Black Man. I mean, it goes in hard. As for the second degree of the student enrollment, chapter 4, I believe it is, in Message to the Black Man, the Devil, goes in hard on the second degree.
Chapter 4.
Mm-hmm. The one that comes after, because you got Allah's God, then you have Original Man, and then you have Islam, and I believe the next one is the Devil.
Okay. All right. Now we have a question in the chat. Does Brother Eric believe that W.D. Farad is the supreme God Allah?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So the next degree in the student enrollment is what is the population of the original people in the wilderness in North America and all over the planet Earth, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
What is the population of the original people in the wilderness? Wait, hold on, original nation. You see? Okay. So now what is the population of the original nation? So I noticed that it says original nation. Can you expound on the original nation piece?
Yes, sir. The original nation refers to black people. However, there are 3 races that are members of that nation: the brown race, the red race, the yellow race. All are members of the original black nation. And so when you say, what is the population of the original nation, you are inclusive of the races that are from that nation. The white race is not a race that is from that nation. I mean, in terms of family relationship. The white man is an entirely new man. He's not related to us. I don't care if he's grafted from us. So what? He's grafted out of us. The most perfect use of language that I can think of off the top of my head, the races, red, brown, and yellow, particularly the brown and the yellow. The red race is a mixture of the colors, but the races are grafted from us. The white race is grafted out of us, meaning during the grafting process, you produce a brown race, but it's still of us. You produce a yellow race, but it's still of us. When you get to the white race, that race has been grafted entirely out of us. It's no longer a part of us. And so the population of the original nation would include the red race. So the population of the original nation, and of course, these are numbers that were true in the 1930s. The population of the original nation in the wilderness of North America is 17 million, with the 2 million Indians. With the 2 million Indians, mean you count them with us, makes it 19 million. All over the planet Earth, it is 4,400,000,000. There are not 4,400,000,000 blacks. There's less than 4,400,000,000 blacks. But when you add the red, the brown, and the yellow to the black, you get 4,400,000,000.
Check. And that would be considered the whole Nation of Islam.
Exactly.
Right. Ron, peace, God. You might need to start utilizing that block button. I'm doing it. Kevin. This is all Kevin Ali's fault.
It's all him. He did it.
He did. All right. So 4,400,000,000. This is the whole Nation of Islam. This would be considered the Nation of Islam, right?
Exactly.
This is what people misunderstand, this part of the teachings, because when you mention the Nation of Islam, they're well, I would say people who don't really know, they're thinking of the group or the organization Nation of Islam. They're seeing it from that perspective, as opposed to seeing the Nation of Islam being the black and the black and brown families, red, etc. families, right? Because they don't know the lessons, they haven't been taught, etc.
Not only that, but the born degree, or the 9th question and answer, covers that. What is the birth record of the said Nation of Islam? Said Nation of Islam. Not what's the birth record of the Nation of Islam. What is the birth record of the said Nation of Islam? See, that refers to us, the movement, that is looked at as an organization or group. We know that when they hear Nation of Islam, they only thinking of those that follow the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or somebody else that is from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. No. What we call ourselves, the Nation of Islam, has no beginning, has no ending. And so we ask that question because we know our people think the Nation of Islam is some group of black people that started in Detroit, Michigan in 1930. No, we are the lost members of the Nation of Islam who were found by Master Farad Muhammad, whose aim and purpose is to re-educate us, retrain us, and then rejoin us onto the Nation of Islam that we have been lost from.
Right. Check. Okay, so now that third degree, or that third question and answer, what chapter of which book and which chapter would verify that degree or coincide with that degree?
Now that's a tougher one, because I'm trying to think off the top of my head which book goes in hard on, teaching on the separation of us and the rejoining of us onto our own kind. And that's a subject that's really treated so much throughout the books. I don't know. I mean, I could say Land of Our Own and Qualifications and Message to the Black Man, but I don't know how much it goes into the theological, aspects of it, But the bottom line is, when you are talking about that particular subject, you're talking about us being separated from the white man, re-educated into the supreme wisdom of the black man, and rejoined onto the original nation of the black man, but not joined on to them as followers, but as leaders. So I would say point number 5 in what the Muslims believe, the program that's on the back of our newspapers, although it's not a book, it deals more, sharply with that particular subject matter.
Okay. And this is on the back of the newspaper, you said?
Right.
Okay. That wouldn't be the Muhammad Speaks?
It doesn't matter what newspaper it is, except the final call. And the final call is not on the back page. You have to turn the back page. You have to open the back page. And that's where you'll find the program, what the Muslims want, what the Muslims believe.
Okay. So, all right. Let me just jot that down, because this is for me too. So,
you know what? I just thought of something.
Okay.
It's funny. I don't know how this happened, but as you go down questions 1, 2, and 3, it's almost going, if not actually going, right into the message to the black man. Question number 1, chapter number 1. Question number 2, chapter number 4. Now, this particular question number 3, I would say chapters 2 and 3 deal with that, meaning original man, know thyself, and Islam.
Okay.
That's going hard on question number 3.
All right. Can you give me some examples, or would you say we got to study that on our own there?
You definitely have to study it on your own, but all I can say is, when you're dealing with chapter number 2, you're going into the original nation, us being lost from that nation, now found, and the work of rejoining us onto our own kind. It deals with the need to educate us into the knowledge of self. Then you go to chapter 3, Islam. It's re-familiarizing ourselves. It's re-educating us, retraining us into the knowledge of ourselves even further. Introducing our God, our religion, back to us after being lost from it for so many centuries. It goes in hard.
Okay. Peace God, Allah, peace, divine God, Allah. What's funny is those people that are mentioned on this page, I know all 3. I personally know these people though. So but hey, we're like literally, like personally, like, so because if this person was actually in the chat, they would go, "Oh, Ron." So that's how I know that's not him. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Anyway, so now let's go into the 4th degree.
Yes, sir.
4th degree. Oh my God, this has got me flustered right now. Who is the origination? Who is the colored?
What's the population of
what's the population of the colored people in the wilderness
and all over the planet Earth?
Right. Now, what is the population of the colored people? Now, I wanted to ask you this: the answer or the questions, right? The numbers, 103 million, right? 400 million on that answer, right? Where did these answers come from?
Our God and Savior Allah, Master Farad Muhammad. And what these numbers demonstrate to us is the newness of the white man as a people on the planet. There's only 400 million of them all over the planet Earth, according to 1930s numbers. But there were 11 of us to every one of them, showing you how long we have been on the earth compared to them. And keep in mind, when those numbers were given, he had destroyed 600 million of us already. So before the grafting of the white race, there were approximately 5 billion of us on the planet. 6,000 years later, there's 4,400,000,000. So as their number rose to 400 million, our number fell to 4,400,000,000. He murdered approximately 100 million of us for every 1,000 years that he's been on the earth. And yet still, we outnumber him 11-1. The job is too big for him to be successful in.
Okay. Now, what would that degree coincide with in any of the books?
Again,
the same thing, chapter 2 and 3.
2 and 3, exactly.
Okay.
And 4.
Okay.
Population of the colored people, yeah, you'd have to add 4 to that.
And 4. Now, the history of these of the student enrollment. These are questions and answers these are questions asked by Master Farad Muhammad and answered by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad after studying under Master Farad Muhammad for 3.5+ years, correct?
Master Farad Muhammad came and began to teach in Detroit, Michigan on July 4, 1930. The messenger didn't meet Master Farad Muhammad until 1931. I don't remember what month it was, if I ever knew in the first place. I don't remember the month. But he met Master Farad Muhammad in 1931. And he recognized who Master Farad Muhammad was. We were calling him Prophet Farad, Mr. Farad. But we didn't know he was Allah God in person because he came fulfilling the scriptures, making of himself no reputation. But the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, in his deaf, dumb, and blind state, after seeing Master Farad Muhammad for the first time, he went up to him and said, I know who you are. You're the one that the world has been waiting for the past 2,000 years. He recognized him. And so Master Farad Muhammad, having looked for someone, he came over here looking for one in fulfillment of what the scripture teaches in the book of Habakkuk. He came forth for the salvation of his people, for the salvation with his anointed. And so he took the messenger off to the side and he began to teach the messenger more in depth of the supreme wisdom he came with. He began to teach the messenger more in depth of that supreme wisdom than any of his other laborers, any of his other followers. He was with Master Farad Muhammad for 3 years and 4 months, night and day. And the Savior Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, was preparing him to take his place among us when he departed. And so when he was departing, he gave the messenger, based on the 3 years and 4 months of that teaching, he gave him, I'm just going to use the term, an oral quiz. He gave him what the lessons say is a first term. We know what a term is?
A set time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave him what the lesson number 2 calls a first term examination. If someone gives you an examination and he calls it the first term, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Gave an example. The first term. The first thing that comes to my mind is I have a limited amount of time.
No, the limited amount of time is when you say term. When you are given an examination and it's called first term, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Number one, the first thing, the first thing to do.
That there's another term.
Okay.
First term examination. You know, if this is the only examination you're going to be given, there's no need to say first term. It makes no sense. If you are only going to have one grade in school, why would you call it the first grade? Okay. It makes no sense. The very first thing that comes to your mind when you hear first grade is there's another grade coming after the first grade. Right?
Right.
All right. First term examination. Okay. You're right. He had a limited time. What was the limited time? 40 years. He had a term of 40 years to serve among us, representing Master Farad Muhammad. But that 40 years was called first term, right?
Okay.
Well, if he's dead and buried, what need is there for a first term? It's the only term. You don't call the only term first term. That means there's another term. And the messenger confirmed it. He said that, remember, there were two phases of Moses's mission. Two phases. One outside of the presence of Jehovah, meaning Jehovah is not there, but Moses is there representing Jehovah. And then there was at the end of that term, he returns to Jehovah to get the guidance that the people are going to follow in the promised land. Now let's get back to the examination. So based on what he had taught him for those 3 years and 4 months, the Savior, in order to test him, examine him, asked him a series of questions. That series of questions and the answers he gave is the 120. 40 questions and answers in lesson number 2, 14 questions and answers in lesson number 1. Then you have English lesson C1, 36 questions and or statements. Student enrollment, 10 questions and 10 answers, 20 actual facts. You know, this was Master Farad Muhammad testing, examining his student and the proficiency of his student based upon the wisdom he had taught his student. That's what the supreme wisdom is in total, but definitely the student enrollment.
Okay, we got a question from one of the gods. Peace, God, divine God Allah. First off, I want to know where you're from. That's first off. But I mean, anyway, let's go to your question. I have a question for Brother Eric. Was Farad Muhammad from Mecca, Arabia? If so, is Wallace and Farad Arabic names?
Yes. The first question, yes. Master Farad Muhammad, and the proper spelling of it is F-A-R-D. You know, I'm not trying to be an egghead or nothing like that, but the proper spelling of his name, I don't care how it sounds. It ain't spelled like it sounds. It's spelled like it's spelled. F-A-R-D. F-A-R-D doesn't mean fard. So we don't have to add another R and add an A and a D. F-A-R-D is how it's spelled. F-A-R-R-A-D is how it's pronounced. There are many words that are spelled one way, but you pronounce those words another way other than the way that it is spelled. So his name is Farad. Wallace, I can't give you a book or article or anything like that, But Wallace is not an Arabic name. I have no knowledge of Wallace being an Arabic name. But as far as the name Farad, it's an independent name to itself. It's not one of the 99 attributes. It's an independent name to itself. It means the early morning. And Master Farad Muhammad took that name. That's not a name his mother gave him. That's not a name his father gave him. He wasn't born with the name Farad. He took the name Farad to correspond with the time of his coming.
Gotcha.
So Muhammad, Arabic. Farad, yes. Wallace, no.
Check. Divine God Allah. What region? Hold on. The trolls was distracting the chat. Yeah, the trolls were distracting the chat. I'll go check that out in a second, brother. Divine God Allah. I'm from region 1, which is New York. What region is California, according to the 5% nation? What region is California if you from California, brother? Now I'm looking for your comment, brother. Let me see. I'm trying to find it, brother. Hold on one second. The trolls were out here doing some good work. Okay, here we go. I found it. Does Minister Eric believe that the man shown in the 1932 newspaper was Eugen Ali and detectives is the authentic W.D. Farad? Is he familiar with the work of Brother Alim Khan?
First question, no. Second question, somewhat. However, if you want to learn anything about Master Farad Muhammad, you don't go to Alim Khan or anybody else out here YouTube hustling. All right. You go directly to the source. You don't need Alim Khan or anybody else conning to teach you anything about Master Farad Muhammad. Master Farad Muhammad authorized, bona fide, certified one single specific individual to teach about him. And that only individual is Messenger Elijah Muhammad. Period. And the representatives of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad are not people on street corners or between the damn corners with a table selling stuff. The representatives of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as you are told in your FOI manual, the minister is the true and top representative of the honorable Elijah Muhammad in his area. You want to know about Master Farad Muhammad? You go to the messenger of Master Farad Muhammad, and the way to go to the messenger of Master Farad Muhammad in his absence is to go to the true representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the top representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and to follow the proper chain of command. The minister is the highest ranking officer in the army of Muhammad, period. And if you have not qualified yourself to be promoted to the position of minister, you need to keep your face and your mouth out from in front of a microphone, your face out from in front of a camera, trying to represent the most honorable Elijah Muhammad without having qualified to represent the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. This ain't Minister Eric talking right now. This is Captain Edward. I'm a lawman. You breaking the damn law. Stay in your lane. Period. Point blank. I don't have no army that can force you to do what I just said. But why do I need one? Why don't you respect the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad to do what I just said? Because I'm right. Period.
Okay.
The hell with all these YouTube hustling Negroes, niggas, and colored folks, and everybody else out here trying to make $1 off the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings and stepping out of their lane and trying to teach people about this, that, and the other thing. If you got so much to teach, if you got so much to present, what temple are you from? What temple are you a part of? Stop playing. Nobody authorized you to do nothing. When the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was here, if you tried that, you have a knot upside your head.
Thanks for asking, Brother Ron. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, we were a little disrupted by the trolls. Divine God Allah. I don't know what number region California is. God, I don't know if you're still watching. However, online, there's like a map of the regions for Allah's World Manifest. So I don't know if you want to go check that out to do the knowledge to that. So you at least know that. And also me, myself, I should, not should, but I would like to know that myself, the number region for California. On that note, thank you, Brother Eric Muhammad. We're going to come back and finish the student enrollment.
Yes, sir.
And because as I'm looking at the lessons and learning them again, you know what I'm saying? I'm noticing there's a format. There's a format. There's a synergy. I'm like, hold on. Okay, how do this go? This goes over here, and this piece with this piece. So I'm pretty sure each degree goes with something in the books. So I'm just trying to figure out what goes with the books and help people with their own research. And, I'm learning with them. All right. So on that note, thank you for coming out this evening. I appreciate you. We'll be back to finish the Supreme Wisdom. That'll be the next podcast for Brother Eric Muhammad. And thank you for the trolls to make it interesting for a little bit more interested. The trolls kept me on. You flustered me. I gotta get a little stronger now because I know you're gonna come on the chat. Trolls, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, peace to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Brother Eric Muhammad, for coming out this evening. And we are out of here. Peace.
Peace, family. Welcome to NYP Talk Show. This is more than a podcast. It's a conscious platform rooted in truth and culture. From the 5% Nation, Nation of Islam, Moorish movement, and Masonry. Our mission is to reclaim our narrative and uplift the African diaspora with real stories and real conversations. Support us through super chats during live shows, donations on Cash App, GoFundMe, Patreon, or Buzzsprout, and by repping our official merch, available on our website and right here on YouTube's merch shelf. Every dollar, every super chat, every hoodie builds the movement. This is NYP Talk Show.